Hello and welcome back to the Major Arcana Messages series. Today's reading is guided by the powerful energy of the High Priestess. So the High Priestess represents intuition, inner wisdom, hidden knowledge, and spiritual insight. So when this card appears, it often means that your inner voice already knows the truth, even if the outside world feels uncertain. So if you are drawn to this reading today, Spirit may be encouraging you to slow down, to listen to your intuition, and trust the subtle signs and messages appearing around you. So, in this pick a card reading, the High Priestess will bring us messages about what your intuition is trying to tell you, hidden truths coming to light, spiritual insights and inner guidance, what you may be sensing beneath the surface, and the next step on your spiritual path. So I did lay out a High Priestess card from 3 different decks, along with 3 crystals that are associated with the High Priestess. So this will be group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. So group number 1 will be using the Light Seers Tarot, and here is your card. And your crystal is labradorite. There's a flash, you can see that kind of, maybe it's picking up on camera. And group number 2, we're using the Rider-Waite Smith deck. And we have Amethyst. And for group number 3, we have the High Priestess from the So Below deck from the Book of Shadows Tarot. Along with Moonstone. All right, so use your intuition, big theme of today, and pick which card, maybe which crystal, just a general feeling you have. If you feel called to more than one pile, that's totally fine, maybe even all 3, or maybe you're someone who likes to watch all of them and then see what resonates after. There is no wrong answer. The theme of today is go with your intuition, go with what feels right. All right, you can pause the video if you need more time. Timestamps and chapters will be down below in the description as well as a pinned comment. Also there you'll find a link to my website, kittyrising.com, if you are interested in a private reading, as well as a link to memberships if you want to further support the channel and get more content from me. I'm truly grateful each of you are here. Let's get started. Welcome group number 1 to your reading. Before we get started, I just want to take a moment and say thank you. Thank you all so much for being here. You are all so welcome and so loved in this space. Thank you for sharing your precious time and energy with me today. Thank you to your spirit guides, to my spirit guides for assisting with the reading. And thank you, Spirit, for your clear and accurate messages. So what does the High Priestess want to reveal today? What truth wants to be revealed? What hidden messages? What has their intuition been trying to tell them? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, High Priestess. Thank you, group number 1. I'm like shaking the whole table. Maybe I always do that, but there's this one object on my desk that's really shaky right now. It's super cool. I want to show you guys maybe. But anyway. Okay, Spirit. I think it'll become relevant. Okay, the first card up. Page of Pentacles in reverse. The 4 of Wands. The Lovers. Yeah, I was kind of picking up on this vibe. Okay. What's coming through right away is your intuition, your higher self, the High Priestess within, above. Trying to tell you that it might be time to get out of a situation. Specifically, it could be a relationship or some sort of partnership. Maybe you've outgrown it, or you just know it's not fully it for you. And you know that there's that real love or that dream job or that real connections out there. And maybe we've kind of been settling in some sort of way because it's convenient, or we don't know if there's better out there. But like your heart, your higher self, has been trying to tell you there is something around the corner for you. So much happiness. The Four of Wands and the Lovers here. This is like marriage here. This is long-term commitment. And again, for some of you, this could have to do with a job. This is about a commitment, though, that we're staying in a commitment maybe longer than we need to. And maybe we've kind of known this, but been pushing it away or coming up with reasons not to, or maybe there's been some fear, some suppression in some sort of way, but it's coming to light today that there's something even better out there for you. And you know it. Deep inside, you know it. That true love, that best friend, that soul job, that beautiful, beautiful partnership. Let me make sure we're in frame. Yeah. Okay, let's get more cards out here. I have to pick oracles that go with the High Priestess too. This one is called like the Sisterhood of Seers Oracle. I was like, that's pretty perfect. Okay. Tell us more. What does the High Priestess want to say to group number 1? And I think for some of you, you might not even be in a bad relationship or in a bad job or bad friendship. It just could be just where you are at in life right now. Maybe things are okay, but it's like your higher self, the High Priestess, wants you to know that it could be even better. It gets to be better if you choose that. And sometimes that takes stepping into the unknown or leaving situations, even if they're not bad, to go after great, Okay, tell us. Seer of stories. Card number 4, ancestors, cause and effect, patterns. Ooh, look at that. You know what's really standing out to me? We're going to take the bottom of the deck too, but I want to go over this first. Her fate. Look at that key. Keys talk about revelations, doors opening, new opportunity. That butterfly, what a door wants to open for you that's going to bring in such positive transformation. And I think you have a lot of spiritual support from your ancestors, especially. I think they're just, they're very proud of you, but they're like, you can go even further, group number 1. You have access to more opportunities than your ancestors and than really most generations have ever before us. And sometimes we limit ourselves because of fear or programming, whatever. But they're saying if you put more effort into what you want, into new opportunities, if you put yourself out there, you're really going to go far. We need to break the pattern of maybe falling into fear or staying in the same routines, not switching things up because they're comfortable. It's time to break free of that, to do more, because like they're really cheering you on. Like if you just play bigger, shine brighter, there's an opportunity around the corner that's going to transform your life and bring a lot of wish fulfillment with these stars here. In the bottom of the deck, we have sacred courage. Yes. The scariest part is just taking that first step, is the courage to leave, to make changes. Again, it doesn't even need to be that like you don't, it doesn't mean you like hate your partner or like hate your job or hate where you're at, but maybe it's just not as fulfilling as you'd like, or you just don't feel that love or that purpose or that passion in something in your life, or maybe just in all areas of your life. And it takes, the sacred courage to put ourselves out there to go after something new. But with the cause and effect, when you put action towards this, you're going to be rewarded. And I also see this Black Panther. It's like in the bushes, it's covered, no one can see it. And that's kind of your energy right now. It's like you're ready to shine, and for you to meet your person or get the dream job or meet the people you want, the clients, the best friends, whatever it is, maybe all of the above. We're not going to really find that if we're hiding behind something here, if we're in the dark, if we're not being seen. So we're being really encouraged to step into the spotlight a little bit. And this could be so many different things, like putting ourselves out there in love, or putting out our applications differently, or speaking up and saying we want a promotion, or speaking up and saying, like, joining meetups, or looking into new places to live, saying what you want. And then if your needs can't be met in that relationship or things, then maybe that's a sign. Start with the communication, which takes courage, and then the next step is to move forward here. This is a collective reading, so it's going to be different for each of you here. Tell us more, please, Spirit. Using the Shaman's Dream Oracle, because the High Priestess can speak to us through dreams, symbolism. Root girl, ooh, the disowned self. There's a inner child of yours that maybe you pushed aside for so long that wants to come out again. This is like a part of yourself that's ready to shine, or maybe this is very common, think we're not enough, or we can't be who we truly are for whatever reason. Our family, society, programming here, experiences we had. This like calling you have within you for more is part of your inner child here, part of your disowned self. And you have this desire because it's always been a part of you, but maybe you've just suppressed it. Let's read the guidebook for this one. I think I've read this one before and it was powerful, but I can't remember. It's the number 46. And that's like a 10 or a 1 in numerology, and that's called to do something new. Root girl sits shivering, unclean and naked at the base of the tree of the self. She is unloved, unwanted, and shunned for her deformities. She has no home, but is safe burrowing underground to dwell near the deepest roots of the sacred tree. Who is she to you? Could this urchin be the one part of you that, reintegrated, can lead you to wholeness and true purpose? This is a part of you, the embodiment of a deeply flawed perception of your failures, manifesting as guilt and shame. When you project envy onto others, or any emotion or instinct that you've learned to repress or deem unnatural, it's this homeless child self crying for attention, acceptance, and love. You want to lash out, ignore it, push it aside, all while refusing to acknowledge this ugly quality as belonging to you. But if you can only look into the root child's eyes and see the beauty and the unmet need, your unmet need, you would realize that this part of you asks for your compassion and understanding. This part of you is born when you were wounded and you were conditioned to believe you're not whole, that your expression of self is somehow too much or too little. You may have even inherited this creature from your ancestors. Oh, we had that come up. However, it was this child self came to be curled up at the roots of the sacred tree self. It's time to welcome her into your heart. When you do, everything you've been searching for becomes illuminated, and your path lights up with renewed purpose. When you come to love Root Girl and claim her as your own, accepting her and your humanity, she is transformed just as you are. Then all manner of magic begins to arrive in abundant form. Look for the beauty. Oh my God, I almost started to cry. Oh, your inner child, this inner part of yourself, just wants to be loved and accepted. And when we don't really have that love or acceptance, maybe we just settle, like maybe we put on masks, or we do certain things, people pleasing tendencies to be loved and accepted by others, and sometimes that can get us on the wrong path. I feel like I went into a career just because I thought that's what my family wanted or society wanted, and I was miserable, like for example here. Or maybe we're just in relationships, and even though we're not really getting what we need from them, we stay in them because we don't think we're worthy of speaking up for our needs or going after what we want. But you know what, group number one, you are. And it's okay to have needs and desires, and that part of you just wants to be seen, wants to be loved. And that's who you truly are. So I think this is really what's coming to light today is you don't need to stay in situations anymore. It's okay. We're not little girls, little boys, little people anymore. And we can change our story. We can change, what we accept, and we can love ourselves more. And yeah. Whew. I feel like we should all just give our inner child a hug right now. Just give yourself a little hug. Oh, okay. Let's get more cards out here. Tell us more. Clear waters, clear vision, confirmation, right timing, opportunity. Yes. There really is this key opening, this opportunity coming your way. And I feel like water, clear water, something about that is making me think like we're cleansing away what no longer serves us, because right now is the time to go after our dreams, to go after something new. And we are in the year of the fire horse. If you're watching this right now, even if you're not, that's okay. But like, there's just such in like the astrology, there's just so much great energy, auspicious energy around going after our dreams right now, especially for you, group number one. And this is confirmation that the time is right. Say yes to the opportunity, to say yes to change, say yes to your dreams. I'm sorry, I keep looking, I feel like I can't get this perfectly centered. Oh, I just sat on the, I stood up for a second and I sat back down in the box from the deck I grabbed from. Okay, I have another. What else? Spirit. High Priestess. Get the inner child deck for you guys after this. But I think we know. Become your own priority. Oh my gosh. And then the bottom of the deck is gift yourself. Yeah. I think we've been putting other people's dreams first, putting others first for so long. And now it's time to put ourselves first and step through look at this. It's like a portal or a doorway, step into this new opportunity, go after our dreams. Gift yourself this. Gift your inner child this. Think of it that way. Maybe it'll be easier to do things for you when you think of that little girl or boy inside you. Yeah. It's your time to choose you, to choose more. Oh, and look, we have like this tiger here. Be bold. We have a panther, like a lion, a tiger, or something. These big cats here. I wonder if you were in my reading yesterday. There was one group that it was a message about going from kittens to, big cats like a panther. Or something like that. I don't know if it was a panther in that reading, but it was a big cat like a lioness. But yeah, now is your time. Take those steps forward. Become your own priority. Gift yourself this. Maybe being your own priority, maybe what you really want. You've been depriving yourself. The Page of Pentacles could be investing in ourselves somehow. Buy that course, create that website or that business, buy yourself some new clothes that make you feel good. And then, and it's not selfish. And especially maybe you're wanting to date or get out there. And it's not like you're buying these clothes like only with other people in mind. Do it like buy yourself clothes that make you feel confident and good in your skin. And when you do that, then you're gonna go out there and feel more confident in the job interviews, feel more confident on the dates or in meeting new friends or going after new experiences. It's okay to gift yourself things, especially when it will help you move forward. Mm-hmm. I feel like we need another deck here. What deck should we grab? I was going to grab the inner child, but I feel like we know what I'm gonna grab this one. I don't know why it's calling for you guys the herbal astrology deck. What final messages? What additional messages? Complete. Completion. Yeah. You've learned your lessons in some area of your life. Maybe this is in your Pisces area of life because Saturn just changed signs. Something is ready to complete in your life. Spirit kind of wants to go back around to that message that we started off with. Something's ready to be freed because you're ready for something else. It doesn't mean it was a bad experience or whatever, like, or maybe if it even was, but you've learned lessons from it, and now you're ready to grow and expand and clear yourself of something, complete something, and move forward. And that takes courage to go after something new. You know, this could be something huge, like leaving a relationship, or huge, like switching careers, or it could be something smaller too. It'll be unique to you, but what have you outgrown now? You know this intuitively in your heart. This is confirmation here. We saw that word confirmation. And it's time to go after something new. People change. We change. That's the only constant in life is change, right? Especially us on a spiritual path. Because we've shed so many limiting beliefs. We've shed so much. And we're more aware, more awake, you know, and sometimes situations around us, people around us don't, and also our priorities, our values change, and we want different things, and that's fine. And it's okay. And your higher self, the High Priestess is guiding you to do this. And really, the whole thing today, the High Priestess, this is already knowledge within you. This reading is meant to confirm this for you. All right, and maybe have you remember some things about you forgotten. I think it would be really beautiful maybe to spend a little time with your inner child and ask what they need. But also just ask your current self too. What do you need? What have you outgrown? What are you ready to let go of? And focus on what you want and what you need, and make yourself a priority and gift yourself this new experience. Gift yourself this return to life. Sorry. All right, we will leave it there. That concludes your reading, group number 1. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got value from it. If you did, please subscribe if you haven't already, and like this video. Leave a comment down below. Oh, it's 1:44 p.m. Whenever I see that, I'm like, hi, angels. I think you're definitely have this beautiful angelic energy around you, ancestral energy around you. Just know you are very spiritually protected and surrounded at this time, but you always are, but I just sense a lot of energy around you. You know, you can always just tap into that whenever you want. I'm like, oh, do I have to go through that? You guys know the drill. If you subscribe, like, leave a comment, and yeah, take care of that little inner child in yourself. You deserve all the love, all the passion, all the abundance, all the money, whatever it is you want. You deserve it, and I love you. All right, bye, group number 1. I love you. Welcome, group number 2, to your High Priestess reading. We'll see what needs to be revealed, what your intuition is telling you, what needs to come to the light. But before we do so, I just want to take a moment and say thank you. Thank you all so much for being here. You're all so welcome and so loved in this space. Thank you for sharing your precious time and energy with me today. Thank you to your guides, to my guide. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, High Priestess, for your clear and accurate messages. What needs to come to light for group number 2? The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Nine of Swords, the Hermit, and Wands. Okay, there could be a lot of anxiety currently about money or work. Some people here, let's see. And on the bottom we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, true. I think I'll check again after we lay more cards out if we're centered. But your spirit guides, your higher self, your the High Priestess within you, has been trying to communicate with you. But it seems like there's a lot of stress going on, a lot of anxiety, and maybe a little being nervous system dysregulation, which is common if there's anxiety and stress here. And I want to bring this to light since you haven't been maybe getting the messages from your intuition or higher self because of this. We're going to get that for you today. But I think this could be maybe some guidance on money or jobs, maybe even a relationship, but maybe it seems right now like there's a lot of scattered energy, being really defensive, on edge, maybe not sleeping right. When all that's going on, it is very hard to connect and get the subtle messages of our intuition, of our higher self. But there's definitely this big message coming through that you are going to make it. The Seven of Wands, it really does portray like there's victory ahead. You have the higher ground. But another message I'm getting from that is being really defensive and on guard and dysregulated right now. But they want you to know everything's going to work out. So let's get some more cards out here. So if you tell us the guidance that's trying to come through, I think they want you to be aware of this, because sometimes when we're feeling so stressed, we're like, where is spirit? Where are the answers? Where is the help I need? But it's just because we're so dysregulated or stressed or whatever it is that it's hard to see the blessings or the guidance coming through. So it could be a reminder that even when times are tough, it's important to prioritize our health and doing what makes us feel good. Maybe we're putting other people first. Maybe there's a bunch of other stuff going on in life outside of us. Maybe we're just really busy with work or family, or there's something going on here. And it's good to, if you can, prioritize sleep, drinking water, moving our body, regulating our nervous system. The more we do that, the more and more your intuition will grow, or you'll get those messages. Much more spirit. Here with your heart, yes, we've been very much in our head. Yeah, it seems today for group number 2, this seems to be more guidance so far on how to connect with your intuition more and get these messages. Connect, hear it with your heart. I think with the Nine of Swords too, we're very much in our head. Very much so. But our higher self, it comes from the heart. When we're all up in our head, we're going to miss that. So there's this practice I learned from Sonia Choquette, like getting your journal and asking yourself, like, what does my head say and what does my heart say? And just writing down the first things that come to mind, not overthinking it. And then just like getting in touch with like the difference between them and how it feels. It sounds silly, but like with the Hermit showing up in reverse, your higher self is really wanting to spend more time with you. And I know life gets busy, but when we prioritize ourselves and connecting with our body, with our higher self, all that, everything else will get better too. So it's worth it. So you can spend some time doing that, that practice if that is resonating with you. Maybe just getting your journal out and expressing everything that's in your head, especially before bed. Maybe that can help you sleep better if you've been having insomnia. I wonder if there is, I want to see if there's like a practice in the guidebook for this one. I have never looked in the guidebook for this deck, be honest, but it happens to be really close to us, so that's a sign. It's good. Oh, I almost flipped to the exact thing. Okay. The keywords or the essential meaning: empathy, the medial path, love is the key, mediation, focusing on unity, good communication skills, right speech. Okay. No matter whether a divide has appeared within your own heart or if you're witnessing division in the world around you, this card asks you to build a bridge of compassion. Spread hope, forgiveness, and love to everyone involved, including yourself. Be kind to everyone, even if they have very different beliefs than you or will not listen to you, because only from a state of internal peace will unity be created. You have the ability to be strong for many. If you are feeling overwhelmed by the news or because of a personal situation, focus your intention and energy on the situation already being resolved for the highest good of all, which includes you. See yourself being happy, having overcome any suffering, and let your heart do the talking when you participate in the world. Be mindful of where you let your energy enter into and stay away from situations that evoke harsh judgment either of you or by you. You'll be so glad you did. Focus on empathy. You deserve to feel love in its greatest forms. Share your love and allow yourself to receive it in return. You are worthy and lovable, and there is nothing you need to do in order to earn this love. If you are seeking a deepening of any form of love, romantic, platonic, and/or familial, then this is your sign to take a bold leap to deepen this connection. Love is oneness with all that is. Love is your true nature. Love is a beautiful pathway, and you can choose to activate it right now in this moment. There's a meditation here. See a rainbow circle swirling around your heart with you standing in the center, radiating and receiving love. Right, I love that. And did see that there kind of was a practice, which makes sense with how you're feeling. It says if you were feeling overwhelmed because of news or a personal situation, focus on imagining and visualizing everything working out for the highest good of all, including you. So visualization is a big thing here. Meditation, connecting with your heart space, dropping in, even just sitting there and be like, I'm dropping into my heart right now, just feeling into it. The wall, obstacles. There's another card that was peeping out with that one. Many masks. Yes, your higher self's trying to help you get through your obstacles right now, and you will. The way through is with your heart and being your authentic self. Right now, things might just seem hard and difficult, and just everything might seem like chaotic, just not making you happy because maybe it isn't authentically you or what you want, I should say. Because we wear so many masks. We do things because we think that's what our parents would want, and then what our partner would want, or what our boss would want. All these things, and we just sometimes we'll end up in this career or in these relationships that aren't even aligned for us. And we'll be there for years, and then we're going to be all of a sudden, and we're like, why am I so dysregulated? Why am I so unhappy? Like, it's because we've been living someone else's dream or doing what we think everyone else would want for us, and now we're hitting a wall. And I think your higher self, High Priestess wants you to realize this today. Like, this awareness is everything. Maybe you're feeling stressed or unhappy because it's not your dream or it's not in alignment with your highest self or what you truly desire. And it's time when we get more connected with our heart and we're in the present moment, then we can connect to our authentic self and see things more clearly. Right now it looks like, oh, there's no way through, or maybe this little peephole. There's actually, I can see it's kind of the moon there. When you follow your intuition, I feel like this whole, it'll become more visible the way through. The way through these obstacles is through the heart, is through love. And slowing, like once we slow down, I feel like you're just always doing and all this stuff. It's time to slow down and get connected with our higher self, connected with our body, connected with our heart, and that will show us. It'll take off the mask that's maybe been clouding here. Maybe there's been like an eye mask that you sleep with. You just can't see. You can't see ahead. Like The way ahead, like this will open your eyes, open this peephole, open the way forward for you. Even here, their eyes are closed. It's like their eyes closed there too. Can't see. Let it go. Release the past. Forgive, soften, and move forward. Time to let something go. Maybe we just keep hitting obstacles. Like when we keep trying to make a relationship work, trying to make it can be any type of relationship. We keep trying, but maybe it's time to just let it go and move forward to something new. I think there might be new opportunities that Spirit's been presenting us, but we're just sticking with some other situation. Or maybe we're really holding on to something from the past that didn't work out and it's preventing us from moving forward. It's time to let something go and move. We might think that there's a full-on wall there, but really it's like we've created that wall. And again, we have the upper hand. We can step over it. We can see the way through if we truly look. But it's like maybe we're trying to force something, trying to force a specific outcome, trying to force a specific relationship, specific life. And when we do that, we're missing out on the blessings or opportunities. This is like Spirit offering you, like, I'm trying to give you all this abundance or this job or this partnership. But we're not listening or looking. Because there's something else, like, the grief from the past, or just really trying to make something work when maybe it's this time to let it go. Okay, let me stay. I think we're centered enough. Let's go. Once more, please. Move through your fear. Move through it. Yeah, the Nine of Swords, that could be fear too. Is fear stopping you from letting something or someone go? From moving forward? From speaking your mind? When you face your fear, that's the hardest part, is just seeing it, but you can move it through. And look at doing the victory sign there. And also 41 is the number of the Ace of Cups. And I feel like there's all this ace energy. Like you're ready for true love, true happiness, true abundance. So that comes through, stepping through the illusion of fear. I mean, if fear feels really real in our body, right? But the only way through, or the only way past it, is through. I feel like I'm getting that saying right, but moving through it. I know this guidebook has exercises in it. I feel really called to go through these today because I feel like getting actual guidance or actions could be helpful for some people. At least I think so. So what if just on the other side of fear was your biggest opportunity or breakthrough? Whether you are on your healing journey or moving towards something new in your life, fear may be raising its head and stopping you in your tracks. Often that fear comes in the form of negative thoughts and beliefs, but don't let the fear win. There may have been a time in your life when fear was a helpful protection, but right now it may be stopping you on your path to success. The way to move past fear is not to ignore it or pretend it isn't there, but instead to identify it, feel it, and notice what thoughts and feelings arise. Move through it rather than around it. So here's the exercise. You can always screenshot too if you want to do it later. Ask yourself, where is fear showing up in my life? What is that fear holding me back from achieving? How does fear show up in your body physically? Perhaps in the belly or chest? Or does it affect your breath? What thoughts appear when you feel fearful? Getting to know your fear makes it much less scary. You begin to realize it is simply thoughts and sensations and not reality. You may then choose to step out of your thoughts and redirect your focus in the direction you want to go. Move through your fear. Wow, this talks about really getting in contact with your body too. I think that's some major guidance here. I think we've been in our head, fearful, anxious, whatever it is, and disconnected from our body. When we're disconnected from our body, we're disconnected from our higher self, from our intuition, from this high priestess. So spend some time with yourself. Again, your higher self really wants you to in general, but getting more in touch with your body. Maybe we're so disconnected from it. I think you definitely are. I think a lot of people are, at least at some point in their life, but I'm really sensing this here. Get more in touch with how are you feeling and letting the emotions come through. How does your body feel? How does your heart feel? Where are you feeling that tension? Where can you release some tension right now? Can you breathe into it? Can you soften? What does your body need? Do you need some movement, some water, some sleep? Oh, my cat's meowing right now. I don't know if it's a meow, she's making a weird noise, but she needs something. You need pets? Maybe you need that. A little massage, self-touch. What do you need right now? Just really getting in touch with that. I think that'll be life-changing. Then you'll be more connected to your needs, your desires, to the subtle messages you're getting from spirit. And when you're in touch with your body, you're really present, right? When you're like with your senses, you can do that like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 thing. What is it like? Name 5 things you see, 4 things you hear, 3 things you can touch, 2 things you can smell or taste. I don't know. 1 you can smell or taste. I can't remember the exact order, but just go through the senses, and just that will get you present, and that will connect you with your heart space, and that will connect you with your inner, your inner self and the messages that are trying to come through. Because when we're in the past, we're not in the present moment. Or if we're worried about the future, we're not in the present moment. In the present moment is when the magic happens, and we can move forward, where we can see clearly, when we can get those messages. And your higher self today, like the high priestess today, really wants you to know this so they can connect with you more. And this will change everything for you. Okay, we have one more deck here. Let's see what wants to come through. We have here Dandelion, Wounded Healer. Ooh, so we have Chiron with Jupiter. On the bottom we have Teacher. There's something here. I know it does seem like you're going through a hard time, but on the other side of this, I think you're going to be a teacher, a guide, a healer. Maybe some of you are already in that path. But by helping yourself, you can help others. And Saturn's here, life lessons, but Chiron and Jupiter, it's like by healing yourself, by doing all this inner work and stuff, you're going to really expand your world. We go through waves of healing in our life, and maybe just right now something's come up and we're just being called to come back to ourselves, to do the work that's needed. Be our own teacher, be our own inner teacher, right? Listening to our body, that's the ultimate guide here for us. But there is something here. I think a lot of you are on the path to be a healer in some way, to be a teacher in some way. And it's time to really help yourself so you can help others. I think sometimes people find it selfish to focus on themselves and healing for whatever reason. Well, because not whatever reason, that's just like how we're programmed, right? Especially like moms or women, but anyone. It's time to let those limiting beliefs go, to help ourselves and then move forward here. There's so much beauty and expansion and abundance on the other side. And the other side is not far away. Once we really connect to the heart space, the huge opening of opportunity and forward momentum will be there. All right, group number 2. I hope these messages found you at the right time and were helpful and meaningful and of value for you. If they were, please subscribe if you haven't already and like this video. You can hype it if that's an option. Leave a comment down below. Like I mentioned in the intro, if you're interested in a private reading or joining memberships, you can find those links, description, pinned comment. Thank you all again so much for being here. I truly am so grateful for each and every one of you. I love you so, so, so much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, group number 2. I love you. Welcome, group number 3, to your High Priestess reading. Before we get started, I just want to take a moment and say thank you. Thank you all so much for being here. You're all so welcome and so loved in this space. Thank you for sharing your precious time and energy with me today. Thank you to your spirit guides, to my spirit guides for assisting with the reading. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, High Priestess, for your messages. What needs to come to light for group number 3? What needs to be revealed? What is their intuition telling them? We have the Knight of Pentacles. The Page of Cups in reverse. Oh, 10 of Cups. And the 2 of Swords in reverse. And then on the bottom, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Hold on, let me make sure these are. Wow. This does seem to have to do maybe with relationships, but okay, so I'm seeing maybe some people here are feeling lost or blocked. You know, you're wanting that happily ever after, but maybe you keep coming across immature people that don't want to commit when what you're really wanting is something stable. So this does seem to be about love for a lot of people, but maybe this is about some other sort of commitment or whatever you think you need to be happily ever after. For whatever reason, there's this message coming through to be open-minded. Maybe we tend to go for people who we have, or situations where we just have intense chemistry right away or something like that, but maybe there's a pattern where these don't work out, or it's really hot or intense or passionate one moment, but then it kind of just burns out or burns you in some sort of way. And maybe we've been passing by the more stable, boring things, whether this is a person or a job. Again, I think for most people this has to do with relationships. And we might be getting to a point where we're like, oh, there's no good ones out there. Like, I'll never meet my person. I'll never get my dream job. This will never work out for me. And Spirit wants you to make sure we don't fall into some loop or some spiral with these negative thoughts. We might feel lost or in lack now, but there's so many amazing people, amazing opportunities out there. And if we stay in this state of lack or feeling ungrateful for what we have in this current moment, we can miss out on the opportunities and the abundance, the love, the everything that we desire that Spirit's trying to bring into our life. But there's something right around the corner for you that's going to bring you so much happiness and fulfillment. So if you're feeling lost right now, just have that faith and that hope. I think your intuition, your higher self, the High Priestess within you has been trying to guide you, and maybe we've been a little closed off or missing those messages, because the Page of Cups upright, this is someone very intuitive, very connected. Maybe for whatever reason, because we're maybe in this lack mindset or feeling confused or lost, we're not really getting these messages. We might be being called to spend more time in meditation. That'll help clear a mind of any negative thought loops we may be having revolving scarcity or lack. And it'll also help us get these clear messages, because your higher self at this time is guiding you to this. And look, in this 10 of Cups, we have a wedding going on. That's why I feel like for a lot of you, this could really be leading you to that stable, long-term love. But again, I know for some people, this could be about a career or something like that. So take how it resonates. What this is about is something that you think will make you really fulfilled, but you've been missing out on, or you feel like it's never working out for you, or you've been kind of stagnant in this area of life. Okay, let's get more cards to... A seer of dreams, consciousness, manifesting, reality shifting. Wow, and then look what's on the bottom here. The seer of destiny, fortune, right timing, synchronicity. Okay, wow, you guys are about to really have this happen for you. And Spirit just wants to make sure your eyes are open, that you're not missing out on this person, on this dream opportunity. This is the manifestation you've been dreaming of, the happily ever after. Dreams and destiny. Fortune, wow. It's yeah, your reality is about to shift here. And again, job, the money, the relationship, I'm seeing all these things. Now is the right time, but we don't want to miss out because we might have this vision in our mind, which is great to have visions and, of what you want, but especially if it's about a job or a person, if we're just wanting a specific person or like just only that job, then we could be missing out on something even better that Spirit's trying to present to us. Spirit's calling you to be open-minded to more or to different possibilities, and not narrowing it down to just one person or one job or however it applies to your situation. Wow, there's like all this, like the ladybug's like good luck is coming your way. Wow. Wish fulfillment. And it's interesting here. We have like the owl and the wolf. There's something about like listening to your instincts, your intuition. Yeah, that's what this is all about. It's really guiding you. It really is. But we can't be stuck on this one person or Spirit wants you to be open-minded and not. That's coming through so strong. Like chills. Okay. Tell us more. Lost in space, needing direction. Wow, there's something here about feeling lost, or she looks like she's out there and she's like, wait, where am I going? Or here, lost in space, needing direction. Well, your intuition, your higher self will help guide you. Hmm. Yeah, I think you're really being called to spend a little bit more time with your higher self, in meditation. Also, maybe we're in our heads a lot, and we're not taking as much action. We need direction in that sense, like having a strategy, a plan. Let's say like, yeah, we're really wanting this love. I mean, we're not putting ourselves out there. We're not swiping or going on dates or going out in the real world, or just going back to like the person that wasn't committing or something. Or maybe we need more of a plan to look for jobs. Or, take how this relates. But when you're feeling lost, no matter what, going within, because you're going to get the signs, the synchronicities. When you're paying more attention, when you're out of your head, you're in the present moment, you'll catch on to those synchronicities. You'll catch on to the messages your intuition, your higher self, the high priestess are sending you. Because we've been missing these things because I think we're just a little lost or in our heads a lot lately. Isle of Avalon, healing, returning to wholeness, transformation. Wow, there's something here like reality shifting, transformation, returning to wholeness. There's a message too. Maybe we've been on our healing journey. I know each person here, you're awake, you're aware, you're spiritual, you're watching tarot videos, right? I think we've been doing the healing work and maybe we're ready to take the action, needing direction, needing to move forward, because you are, you're returning to wholeness. You've done a lot, and now it's time to transform your outer reality to be practical. The Knight of Pentacles is like taking practical action. I mean, the Page of Pentacles or a Page of Cups in reverse. We're kind of in our head a lot, or spacey, or lost in our dreams and not taking action on them. We're dreaming of this happily ever after, but are we moving towards it? Once we move towards it, that's when our reality shifts. That's when we're in the present moment too, and we'll get these signs. We're being called to follow our intuition, take action, move towards what we want, instead of, we love to be in our like little woo-woo world. Oh my God, I thought this stopped recording. It's just low battery. Okay. When you start to get in the healing journey, the spiritual journey, you can just consume all the content, all the readings, all the books, whatever, but you're being called to kind of ground yourself right now and to take practical direction here, practical actions. And when you do that, you like integrate everything you've learned on your healing journey, your spiritual journey, your manifestation, law of attraction, all of that. You're happily after, like, look, your happily ever after is dead center here in your reading. That is where it comes in. We just need to be a little practical about it. We need to take action. And when we're feeling lost, maybe we often go to other people, like, what should I do? Should I do this? Or like, how should, what? No, instead of going to other people, you go to your inner self. You know what's best for you. Spend time in meditation, see how your body feels, watch out for the signs and synchronicities. Listen to yourself. Instead of seeking outside validation or direction, you need direction from your higher self, not other people. Because when we keep asking other people what we should do, we get lost. We get lost because we're further away from our authentic self, from our true desires. Because only we know what's best for us. Okay, let's get some more cards here. Oh, I got too many. Like, I'm not. Like 4 cards drop out. Just one, please. Oh, intuitive journaling. We're getting a practical here. Okay, this could be a great way for you to get direction and connect to your higher self. Because maybe we're someone who doesn't love traditional meditation. It's hard for us to stick to it because it's just not as fun, or like we're like, I'm gonna meditate every day for 20 minutes. I mean, I'm like speaking for myself, and it's just, you fall off it because it just doesn't, it's maybe not fully aligned with you. Intuitive journaling could be how you connect and how you get these messages. Let's look in the guidebook. It can give us specific here it is, ways to do this. Okay. This card is inviting you to switch off from the rational conscious mind and explore your intuitive subconscious, a place that exists beyond thought and that can be accessed in moments of silence, where there is no judgment, no expectation, and where you are present in the moment rather than distracted by the past or the future. Intuitive journaling is not striving to make sense of what is written or to be understood. It is simply exploring with curiosity what the intuition wants to say. So how to journal intuitively? You will need a notebook and pen and a place to be quiet. Close your eyes and focus inward on your breath. Take 10 deep breaths, inhaling to the count of 4 and exhaling to a count of 6. By lengthening your exhale, you are allowing the body to calm. Continue to focus on your breath until you feel your mind and body soften. Open your eyes and put your pen straight on the page in front of you. Begin to write without taking your pen off the page. Start with the prompt, "My intuition wants to say," and let your intuitive subconscious guide the way. Ooh, I love this. You can screenshot this if you want. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but maybe it could be a reminder too. But I think this could be so great for you. I mean, we're talking about intuition today in the High Priestess, so I'm not surprised this came out, but I love getting practical guidance. That's really, something coming through here, and it's making so much more sense why the Knight of Pentacles is here too. Like, we need to be, more practical, more grounded, take some action. We planted seeds about what we want, but we have to tend to the garden. Ooh, I love that. What else, Spirit, for group number 3? Ooh, we have card number 4, Rue, protection. With the Sun and Pluto. Lion. There's something here. Is that what Rue looks like? It kind of looks like a carnelian or something like that. Look at those angels above, like with their trumpets. I think your guides, your angels, your higher self wants you to know you are so protected. And I think you might have some protective mechanisms. Like maybe you dim your light, or you keep to yourself because you don't want to get hurt. Like that kind of protective mechanism. But you're this beautiful, fierce lion, and maybe you've been hiding in the bush, but you're ready to come out and shine, to go after what you want, to shine bright. Let yourself be seen. Because when you do that, when you let yourself truly be seen, that's when you'll find true love. That's when you'll find your soul tribe. That's when you get the job. Because you're confident, you're putting yourself out there, and you're being who you truly are. We don't want to go out and be like wear masks or not be who we truly are, because then we'll get relationships that aren't truly aligned. We want someone who loves us for us, or we want a job that appreciates us, or that I think if we're hiding like our true leadership power, or hiding who we truly are, we're not going to get the positions we want. We're not going to get the relationships we want. And also there's this message too, that you're very protected spiritually. When you do put yourself out there, you don't need to worry. Made me think of the Magician and also the Strength card with this infinity sign here. Spirit wants you to know you have all the tools within you. You have everything it takes to get what you want, to be who you want. You have to let yourself shine. Face your fears, push through them. You've got this. On the other side, it's so beautiful. One with the Sun card, like let yourself be seen. Well, step into your authenticity, and your whole life is about to transform. It really is. Wow. On the bottom, we have ayahuasca rebirth. Your whole life is about to transform, and I saw rebirth. And that's kind of a rebirth is a Pluto. Yeah, there's Pluto up there. Is a Pluto word I was going to say. And now I can't help but see wealth. I think you guys are about to have a huge rebirth, like a phoenix rising moment, kitty rising moment. Wow, you really are. On the other side of this transformation, this rebirth is so much abundance. You have Jupiter here and Neptune, like living out your dreams, the happily ever after, the abundance, the wealth, the love. So let's ground our dreams into reality and take practical action towards them. And you will see your whole reality shift. You will manifest all the fortune, all the love. You just need a little direction with your dreams here. You need to stop dimming your light. You've done a lot of healing, now it's ready to integrate it. Get out there, put yourself out there, shine bright. And again, whenever you feel lost, come back to your heart, come back to yourself. You don't need to ask other people. We need to check in with our heart, check in with our higher self. And then you can meditate, try this intuitive journaling practice. Connect more with your higher self, with that high priestess within you, and take aligned action with the messages you receive. Know that you are so safe and you are so protected, and you are on the brink of a major transformation, major rebirth. You are close to your happily ever after. You get so much emotional fulfillment is on the other side of facing your fears and putting yourself out there. Oh, I love it. All right, group number 3. I feel like this is definitely part of your path. Wealth in all ways, right? Like Lakshmi, abundance, love, wealth, beauty, handsomeness, whatever. But anyways, that concludes your reading. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got value from it. If you did, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and like this video. You can hype the video if that's an option. Leave a comment down below. And like I mentioned in the intro, if you are interested in a private reading or joining memberships, you can find those links in a pinned comment as well as the description. Thank you all again so much for being here. I truly am so grateful for each and every one of you. I love you so, so, so much. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, group number 3. I love you.